So when you were on the run, how great was the urge?
Urge for what?
To find young girls.
Hardly ever had an urge. It's not like a hungry dog that's got to feed every 3 hours or 4 hours. It's not like that. And it's really not. It's almost not an urge.
Then why do it?
Yeah, good question. Yeah.
Why do you rape young children?
The answer is, I don't know. I don't know the real answer.
Well, why don't we hazard a guess?
No, don't hazard a guess.
Is it because you're depraved?
Depraved? Maybe.
That you admit you do it?
What I'm looking for is the real reason why I took that road and what drove me to it. Because in Australia I wasn't like that. In the first 12 months here I wasn't like that. So what drove me that way? That's what I wanted to know, and that's what I want to tell everyone. That is, I'm writing about every day I've been here since April 2011, and what has happened, what influenced me, what made me take that road instead of this road, all the way until the present.
Would you consider that a confession?
Yeah.
Why would you abuse an 18-month-old child?
Well, for a start, I didn't. And
well, that's not true, is it?
It is true. No, I'm sorry, you're wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry. How old was she?
Huh?
How old was she, Peter?
You are confusing different things. I don't want to get into that.
How old was she?
Huh?
How old was she?
I don't want to get into any of that yet.
Right, okay. Whether that child was 18 months, 2 years, 3 years, or perhaps we're mixing it up with a 9-year-old child or an 11-year-old girl, 12-year-old girl. You've done it to all of them, haven't you?
All right, I will go back to this now. No comment.
It's the coward's way out, isn't it?
It's the realistic way out.
What was your reaction when you were arrested? Did you feel as pathetic as you looked?
Thank you. I didn't think about that.
You told me earlier that you weren't a pedophile in Australia. Is that true? No victims in Australia?
Of course not.
What about your own children?
No. No way.
Oh, that shocks you, does it?
It shocks me. It shocks me that you asked that.
We believe that there is still one girl missing. Where is she?
From now on, my answer will be everything will be in the journal. So you can keep asking questions, but that will be my answer.
Is she alive?
Everything will be in the journal. Anyway, are we almost done? Because we're going around in circles.
I'm not finished yet.
All right.
What we're interested in is whether you have any remorse, whether you admit to what you've done, which is sexual abuse, and of course, murder.
Of course I have remorse.
Why, of course?
Well, you think people don't have remorse?
No, I'm asking you as somebody who is a repeat offender here, who went on the run, who's only here because you've been caught, not because you turned yourself in. At what point do you actually feel sorry for what you've done? Is it at the point where you're captured?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. That's a good question. Well done. That's a very good question. At what point do you feel remorse? I think there's different degrees of remorse all the way through, right? But I think your greatest remorse comes when you finally realise the extent of what you've done.
And at what point was that?
At what point was that? Oh, I can't answer that honestly yet.
Why isn't it the point where you're actually raping somebody, violently torturing them? Why isn't it at the point when you kill a child? Why isn't it then? Why don't you realise the extent of what you've done at that point?
Maybe you should ask a psychiatrist that question. Not me.
I'm asking the man who did it.
Yeah.
What is it about you, Peter, that hates children and women so much?
I might address that in the journal.
It just got crazier and crazier for you, and sicker, and you'd already committed murder. Where was it going to end? Like, what was the next level for you?
There was no next level.
And as a parent, how can you reconcile what you've done to children?
Next question, please.
Do you accept that you were ruining their lives as soon as you came in touch with them?
In the journal.
So you really have no sympathy for these people, for these kids?
That is definitely in the journal. I think we are finished.
I think we are.
Okay.
He can get up. Get up, please.